G'day, I'm Stan, and these are my two little helpers, Rio and Vienna, also known as Ducky. Today we're going to be building ourselves a trestle table slash workbench slash home office desk. It's going to have fold up legs, so it's really easy to put away and use whenever you want. The materials I'm going to be using is this old hardwood decking. So you can use an old pallet, weatherboards, fence, palings, whatever you've got. Have a look around and try and reuse them. So the first thing I need to do is check to see if that end's square, and Rio, you're going to mark 1.8. Okay, Ducky, does that look square? You want to put that on there, on that edge of that timber? How's that looking?
Good.
Looks good? Right,
yeah, it looks
great.
Square.
Okay, Rio, you hold that. I'll put that on the end and mark 1800. Right, Rio, let's square that line across. Now that's just about to break. You want to grab that end. Beautiful. What I'm going to do is plane this down so it's going to expose the grain a little bit. So I'm going to take my planer outside. If you don't have one of these or even a hand planer, just use your orbital sander or even a bit of paper around a block. Bring them over here, my little helpers. Thank you. Here's our bottom pieces. So why don't we turn all these boards over. Let's take our big sash clamp. Now if you don't have one of these sash clamps at home, what you could use is even a tie down, like a ratchet tie down that you use on the trailer. Now tighten that up. Mark a pencil line about 20 millimeters in. It is really important that you pre-drill it before you put your screw in, because it's just going to split. Keep going. I can see you're going to be a builder one day.
Maybe not.
Whee, that was pretty good. Now it's time for us to make our legs. So I've already pre-cut one and assembled it just so you can get an idea what it's going to look like. Pretty simple really. I've just cut a 15-degree angle on this, so when this opens up, the legs will be on about a 15-degree angle. Now there's a couple of different ways you could cut that angle. If you didn't have any machinery whatsoever, you could actually use a handsaw. I've done that in the past, but I'm pretty sure most of us have got a circular saw. So you could just set that to 15 degrees with your ripping guide on there and whip it off, no worries whatsoever. So next thing to do, screw it all together. Pull that trigger nice and slowly.
Do I go now?
Yes. Boom shalaka. Okay, next thing we have to do is attach our hinges to our legs. Pre-drill these holes. We'll just butt these two together. Open that up a couple of millimeters like that, just to make sure they don't bang into each other. Right, we're going to open this up and hold that nice and still there, Ree. Don't move it. Now I'm just going to mark where these hinges come to.
So you don't move it.
Making sure we don't go all the way through. Cool. That sits here pretty good, but if I get a fair bit of loading on there, that's going to put a lot of pressure on that leg. So what we're going to do, I've cut a 15-degree on these blocks here already. So Rio, if you can just drop that in. Beautiful, and we'll open that up.
I have a picture. Oh, that's a pretty picture.
Now I'm just going to fix that in place and do exactly the same for the other side. We're just about there. We've got one last thing to do, and that's sand the top down with our orbital. But I just want to show you our little lock that we've got here. All it is a block of timber with 2 screws in it and a short one on top, and we just turn that there, and that locks the legs in nice and tightly when we want to store this away. So there you go, there's a beautiful little fold-out desk that you can use in the shed, take it camping, or in an office situation. Now, unfortunately, I think these guys have made themselves a little bit too comfortable in here.